Okay, this game is not only bad, it is horrendous. I mean, my god, does this even classify as a game? If you haven't seen the title at this point, then the game I am talking about is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde for the NES.
This is a game that is so unspeakably atrocious, almost every aspect is like a death wish. The graphics, the music, the gameplay, it's got nothing to hide. Every tap I make on the D-pad is like several kicks to the groin forcing you to stay down.
But hey, don't take my word for it just yet. Why don't I explain to you how much of an abomination this game is?
Alright, so the goal of the game is to get Dr. Jekyll to the church at the end so he can marry his future wife. But shockingly, at the very first level, you're able to spot all the flaws this game has. Firstly, the graphics are dull. It needs charm. Secondly, the music hurts my ears. Hell, I wouldn't even call this music. I more or less say it's an irritating noise that constantly loops. Finally, the controls are just awful. Jekyll walks at freaking snail pace, and unfortunately, there isn't a way to run. Also, when you get hit, he's stuck for like 2 seconds before he can use your attack. Although there's not much use for the attack anyway, because you can't kill anything with it. The only thing you can use it against is tiny bees. Jekyll has a whole cane, and he can't attack with it except for some stupid bees? Why bother? Oh, but it's fair for the rest of the townspeople to charge at you and decrease your health. Especially this idiot with a bomb. I freaking hate these bombs. The blast radius is just remarkable. Most of the time, no matter how far you go, you'll always get hit by this thing. But other times, you can just walk past it like it's nobody's business. So the collision detection with the explosions are completely unpredictable. And let me tell you, dealing with the bombs and all this other stuff that's trying to kill you, it makes the difficulty level so high it puts Castlevania 3 to shame. But at least in those games there's a bit of playing fair because you can create a strategy to get past the enemies. But in this game you can't do that because sometimes the enemies and their placements are completely random. And if you thought the knockback in Castlevania was bad, my god, you haven't seen this game. When you're hit, Jekyll will leap back so far that it will make Simon Belmont himself say, "Oh, come on, man, I wouldn't even react that much like a girl." And it's ridiculously unfair when you go through a number of obstacles just to get thrown back to do it all over again. And it's not like you have temporary invincibility either. Jekyll also has this stress meter where when it fully depletes, you turn into Mr. Hyde. And this becomes an entirely different game. Hyde has this use as punch, but he also has a projectile known as the Psycho Wave, whatever that means. It's kinda hard to hit anything with it because as the name implies, it goes in a wave-like pattern. And it's really important that you kill these enemies because doing so will refill a bit of your stress meter. When it's filled all the way, Hyde will turn back into Jekyll. Now I've personally never read the book, but isn't Hyde supposed to be a bad guy? Why are you fighting against monsters? Anyway, Hyde's stages are the same as Jekyll's, but the perspective is in reverse and it auto-scrolls. When you're playing as Hyde, you better be sure not to get as far as Jekyll, because if you do that, you'll get randomly struck by lightning. How are you supposed to know that the first time you play? You think that Hyde just dropped dead for no apparent reason. This is easily the worst part about the game, because especially in the later stages, you'll hardly get anywhere with Jekyll, which means you can't save yourself with Hyde because you're hit by the lightning. Oh, and I hate these fat singing ladies. They spill out these overly abundant music notes which are really hard to dodge because of your slow movement. You are able to easily pass them by giving a certain amount of money that you collect when playing as Hyde, but you need a crap load of it and there's only so much you can collect before you die or you turn back into Jekyll. Oh my god, why does everybody want you dead? The positioning of these enemies are beyond cheap, and you have no idea how frustrating it is to make it through an incredibly long level and then get killed during the process. So close to the exit, come on, son of a bitch! When you get to the final level, that's where the game becomes impossible to complete. There's an off-screen jackass throwing barrels at you, and because of the horrible controls, you're gonna find yourself getting hit a lot with these things. Look at this, you got a fat lady singing out a lot of notes, you've got this dude who will drop a bomb when you get near him, and all at the same time, you've got to jump over these barrels. This might as well be the Hall Before Death in Castlevania. Damn it! Ah!
I can't do it. This level is so unfairly difficult. I even gave myself a rest to get my energy back, and I still couldn't do it. This looks like a job for Game Genie.
I've added the invincibility code now, so I shouldn't have any trouble getting to the end.
Well, I beat the game. Or at least I got as far as I could without it freezing on me.
My god, this game is horrible! You'd think a game about a doctor who exposes his inner evil would be great, but no! This game is the full package of awfulness. Future graphics, annoying music, ugly as hell controls, and cheaply placed hazards to make me give this game a 0 out of 10. Standing for why the f are you playing this game? This is Josh Smith from Reviews of Yesteryear, wishing he was playing another game.